Okay. Okay, Strat, we're ready to start.
Here we go. Everybody there, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to make this, this is very informal, okay?
Okay.
And we'll try to keep everything to a minimum. After reviewing your application, there isn't anything I can't ask you. You have answered everything in your application that I was prepared to answer. Why do you want to be on the board?
Why do I want to be on this board?
Yes.
I usually am very particular about anything that I'm going to put my time, invest my time into. But the housing board is important to me because I've been working in this community for so many years, whether it was at the Reading Public Library and now with my work with the Hispanic Center, Safe Berks, Women in Crisis. I've always known about the need, especially for low income individuals in the city. I hear their concerns. I hear firsthand how difficult it is and how challenging it is in this small city to get affordable housing. I'm aware of the need that we have, aware that we're living in poverty in this city. A lot of our individuals, a lot of the population. And that's one of the main reasons, really. I know that a lot of the people that we serve at the Hispanic Center and the community throughout have a need. And I want to be, at least have the opportunity to be able to be a voice, to be able to know firsthand not only what you are doing in the board, what policies are being implemented, what measures are being taken to ensure equality for all, what measures are being implemented to ensure that all that funding that's coming in is used appropriately as well. That's really my biggest reason. I'm at a point in my life where I've already raised my children. I have some time. I do teach. I'm teaching at BTI, and I also work for the Hispanic Center. So I'm a little busy. However, if I'm going to choose something, it's going to have to be a board. It's going to have to be something that I'm really passionate about. And that I know that I can serve and I can utilize those skills that I have to ensure that your board and then the community also throughout can benefit from that.
Well, let's start here. Do you know what the purpose of the Housing Authority really consists of?
The purpose of the board, it's my understanding, is that you are there to listen to people's complaints, to make sure that policies are being implemented, to ensure that everyone's voice is being heard, to make sure that the buildings and the budgets are all maintained. And if I'm mistaken, please let me know. But that's a little bit of my understanding of what your board does for the community.
Yeah, and Justin, I think it was good you focused on that. My understanding is that the board of the Housing Authority is a governing board, meaning that you make the decisions regarding personnel, regarding the budget, that you have the authority to run this as a business, and that the executive director reports to the board. And you've had transitions recently with the executive director. Have you served on any boards before at all?
I've served on a couple of boards. I used to serve a few years ago in the Berks Intermediate Unit Policy Council meeting for Head Start. I served on that. And then now recently I'm on the BCAP, Family Advisory Board Commission. So I'm on that board. I'm sitting on that one. Reviewing, making sure, that BCAP and their family center is running appropriately, that the funding is being used efficiently and effectively and appropriately. Those are the two that I've been sitting on. I have been invited to serve on other boards, but I have declined from doing so.
Yeah.
You were waiting for the right one, right?
I was actually, I was waiting for the right time and the right board. That's what I was looking for.
Good. Are you going to have any problems making the meetings? These are on the fourth Tuesday of each month.
No, I teach at BTI on Mondays and Wednesdays in the evenings, and I work Monday through Friday at the Hispanic Center. Of course, I do have some other engagements, especially for the Hispanic Center, if I have to participate in any events. But for the most part, my Tuesday evenings are free.
Do you have anything in mind right now that should be changed or corrected with the authority?
Since I'm not really familiar with what you're doing right this very minute, I wouldn't be able to answer that question. I think appropriately. Um, I'm looking forward to a little bit more knowledge about what it is that you do, and about hearing what it is that you do, but also I'm really interested in seeing if anything can be done and can be changed effectively. Now, I have to say, for me, I think the most important thing, just ensuring that the funding is used and handled appropriately, and that everybody gets a fair opportunity. Those are the things that I'm really interested in.
And I think you have a lot of experience serving on those different advisory boards to do what's needed to be done. What's important with the Housing Authority, and of course they have to follow the guidelines that are set up at the federal level for them, but you're going to be making the decisions about how the housing stock is delegated. And so I think it would be helpful as you come onto this board that you find out a little bit more about the history and come up with some questions. I am hoping they have an orientation for you.
Okay.
Yeah, Shelley, are you familiar? Do they have an orientation for new board members? Oh, Shelley, we're losing you. Yeah. This happens quite a bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I don't know that it's a formal orientation per se, but I'm sure that they'll spend some time with you before your first meeting.
Yeah.
That would be greatly appreciated, actually.
Yeah, I always find that when I get onto a new board, it's always very helpful. And I apologize for my dog, but.
Oh, that's
it is what it
okay.
is. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I don't have anything else, Marcia. How about, what's her name there?
Johanny hasn't joined the call, has she, Shelley?
No.
Well, I have nothing else. And I think the young lady we're interviewing right now is going to be a perfect person to serve on this board. She's coming on board with a lot of credentials and a lot of know-how. So I'd like to welcome her already, even though she hasn't been appointed yet.
Thank you. I appreciate your words. Thank you.
And just to let you know, the process is that we'll vote on your recommendation at our Monday City Council meeting.
Okay.
Okay, hopefully you can join us online if you'd like to, if all our technology works, it's supposed to.
Okay.
You will be invited in, you'll get to sign in and take an oath of office.
All right. Great. Is there anything else that you need from me?
Only because
Nope.
I know you somewhat, I'm really pleased that you're taking on this responsibility.
I'm very pleased as well. I mean, if you give me the opportunity, of course.
Mhm.
Well, what really, really sounded well is that she could have been on a lot of boards, but she was waiting for the right one and the one that she thinks she can do the most with. And that's important. That's important. A lot of people who serve on boards, they're on there just to see their name on a piece of paper. But you're coming prepared. Let's put it that way.
And I feel that if I'm going to be dedicating my time, I'm in it. I'm in it. If I'm going to give you my time, it's going to be my time, and I'm going to dedicate that to whatever it is that I put my efforts into.
Right. And again, thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. So then after the council votes on Monday, you'll get a welcome packet from the office, and that will explain what happens next.
Okay, thank you. Just let me know if you need anything from me. I look really forward to participating and joining the board. So let me know. Thank you.
Will do. Thank you.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. So the next applicant is at 4:30.
Wow.
I don't know if you want me to try and call her now.
Well, how about this Gary? What about him? No, wait.
Is that Myra?
Yeah, it's Myra. Gary is not available on the times that I'm trying to schedule him, so I'm still working with him to try and get him
Oh,
in.
let's get the other one, then get finished here.
Okay. Give me a minute and I will dial her in. Hopefully she won't have the reaction that you had with John Heffer on yesterday.
Hey, we're doing the best we can. So, Strat, did your wife get tested at all, or she just,
Yes, yes.
and was she positive?
Everything's okay.
She wasn't positive then.
Nope.
Okay, that's good. We lost Shelley's voice again. We should have a little sign that says, "We can't hear you."
Man, I'm having volume issues here. Am I back?
You're back.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. She is on the phone.
Good, good, good. Myra,
Hello?
hello?
Can you get closer to your phone or speak up? No, wait, I think we lost her. Give me a moment again.
It seems, Strat, when people can join us on Zoom, we can hear them, but when they phone in, we have problems.
Well,
You do okay. You're doing a lot better, by the way, as far as the clarity and everything.
did we lose her?
We lost her, yeah. And we lost Shelley, too. I'm not quite sure why we're not getting Shelley all the time. Strat, while we're waiting, we do have another issue that we put on to discuss as far as the matrix, but I would rather discuss that with our solicitor involved because she's the one who came up with the recommendations.
Yes.
You? Did you hear me, Strat?
Yeah, sure.
Is that okay with you that because we don't
Yes.
have Johanny, we don't have the solicitor. Shelley, are we back on? No, we can't hear Shelley again. I'm going to put a little card up. So Shelley, we can't hear you.
Am I back?
Now you're back.
You're back.
I'm
Okay.
going to create a little sign, Shelley, when we can't hear you.
That would be fabulous because I don't realize when I drop.
Yeah.
It looks like everything's fine, but then all of a sudden I hear you say I can't hear you. So I don't think she realized that the call has dropped. I've tried to call her back 2 times and I'm getting her voicemail now.
Oh, boy.
So I will, I mean, we can wait a few more minutes and try again.
Okay. I have
Marcia.
the sign ready. It could drop again, okay?
Okay.
Okay, this is
Did I
it.
hear you say that next time with the matrix, thank you, you'd like Elizabeth on the call?
Yeah, because I
Yes.
think that Elizabeth was part of designing that, so it wouldn't seem to me to be productive unless we have her here to answer the questions.
Okay. I will make those arrangements for next time.
Okay. And I did speak with Jeff, and he said he wanted it vetted through our committee to come back with what we see are the most key issues as far as what's on the matrix. But I explained to him, and he looked at it, that everything is basically highlighted in yellow. So
Yes.
it's really a legal opinion, so we have to go by, why she's giving us that opinion, which she already did inform all of council when we met with her. And we asked council to give any feedback they had. No one did, so it's like,
Yeah, and staff wasn't in that meeting, so we couldn't give any feedback either.
well, we didn't want at that point, we wanted to hear from the solicitor, that's why staff wasn't included. Okay, we wanted to hear her opinion before we moved to the next level.
Okay. Let me try.
And I just wanted to let you know too, is that Lucina had requested that it be discussed with the whole council, but then I went to Jeff about that and he said he wanted us to handle it at the committee level.
Okay. All right, I'm going to try her again.
Hello?
Hi, sorry we dropped the call.
Yes.
You can hear us now?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay.
Okay, Stroud, we're ready to start.
Myra,
Yes?
good, good, good. This won't take long. This is very informal. Just some questions we'd like to ask you, and I'm sure you're prepared. Do you know what the purpose of the Housing Authority really is?
It's about,
I lost her.
Yeah. Shelley?
We lost both of them now.
Yeah, I have a sign up so Shelley knows. We can't hear either of them, Strat. We're gonna have to figure out, Strat, what these technical problems are, because it doesn't allow our process to move ahead very easily. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Okay.
How about Myra?
Your question, Strat?
Do you
Yes,
know what
she
the
was
purpose of
talking-
the Housing Authority is?
yes, it's, they get together, they have meetings, once a month, and to talk about the 5-year plan.
Why are you interested in serving on this authority?
Because I'm a resident of Glenside,
Oh,
and
good.
I'm also an officer.
Lost her again.
Yeah. I can tell when we lose them, Strat.
So can I.
Yeah. What I do, Strat, as soon as we lose them, I put up a sign that Shelley can see,
Good.
and then she tries to work on the connection. We might be back to where we were when we discussed the other applicant. If we can't hear them, I think what we're gonna have to do is just have the people answer the questions in writing. Would that be okay?
That'd be fine.
Okay. We'll try one more time, but it's really hard to interview when the person cuts off in the middle of every question. Okay. I'm going to do something with Shelley. There's something you can do called a chat that I can
Yes.
send her a message on the computer, Strat, and I'm doing that now.
Okay.
Am I still gone?
Now you're back.
Yeah, you're on.
It's interesting how this keeps happening. I don't know what's going on.
Is no way that you could send me through Zoom?
Oh,
I did try to send you that, but all your emails keep bouncing back to me.
What about, if you could send me through Messenger or messages, like an invitation?
that's
I
an
tried to
idea.
send you that by email and it doesn't go through. And that's the only way I can send it to you.
Okay.
Myra, what we're going to suggest, because we know that we're probably going to have this happen, we're going to send you the questions in writing. If you could give us back the responses by the end of the week, would that work for you?
What about if I give you the email of my cell phone?
Okay,
That we could go and do do it through here, through the Zoom.
okay, we would prefer to do it through Zoom.
Maldonado, Myra, 984 at gmail.com.
Can you repeat that, please?
Maldonado, Myra, 984 at gmail.com.
Okay, let me try and do that right now.
Okay, thank you.
Strat, Shelley's sending her the link to the Zoom meeting so she can join us that way, okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
But we just lost her.
Yeah, we lost her. She's sending her, well, I think we lost Shelley again.
I think it's, can you
Oh,
hear
she's
me
fine.
now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes?
Okay, I think telephone being too close to the laptop is what the problem is. Because
Okay.
that was just a phone call coming in to the line that kicked me off again.
Huh.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Are you there yet, Marcia?
I'm here.
Good.
We're trying to get this Myra on through Zoom so she can talk with us that way. But I really don't have a problem with moving her forward. I think she's qualified. She's a resident of Glenside.
Right. I was going to suggest that. I
Yeah,
don't have a problem with this. Let's just move her forward, and that's it.
yeah.
Yes, because
Like you say, she's right there, Glenside. She knows what the situations are. She knows if there's problems, what she's going to have to do. She knows what's going on. My recommendation is we approve it, and that's it. Let's move on.
Yeah, we don't have anyone else to interview, Strat.
I know, but you want to talk about this, the matrix.
We're not
What
going
was
to
this
talk
other?
about the matrix at this meeting because we really need to have the solicitor there to
Right.
explain.
The only other thing we have is pending applications.
Right.
Let Shelley take care of that, and that's it.
And we lost Shelley again.
You'll need to remove the word no click before it will open.
We're trying to get Myra on in another minute, Strat.
Okay.
And I think if we don't get her on, we'll just move ahead and approve her, okay?
Right.
Says that,
Shelley.
If we lost
Oh, we
Shelley,
lost her again.
yep. Okay.
I'm trying that and it just, you don't say no click. No, it says
Now, was that you?
No, that's Myra talking now.
no click. And it say IP address will not be found.
Right, so if you look up at the top, you should see your, what's called the browser bar, where it tells you the address of where you're trying to take the internet. In that bar, where it says Zoom, and then there's a whole lot of things behind it, there will be the word no click. You need,
No click.
you need to remove the word no click, and then hit like your enter, or however you're gonna move in. It's a little harder on a phone than it is on a laptop.
Computer, yeah, because I'm trying and I cannot take it out, the thing. Because I could see it, it says Reading PA, Zoom, no click, but I cannot remove it.
Okay, Shelley, did you hear our recommendation? We're just going to approve her and move on, okay?
That's fine.
Okay,
So congratulations. We'll be voting on you at next Monday's meeting.
okay, thank you. So now what I do now? I just,
You'll get a packet from the office with a letter and some additional information once the approval is done.
okay,
Okay?
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be safe.
You too.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye. And so Strat, just so we can go over with Shelley, what we're going to do with the remainder of the agenda is the matrix. We're going to be inviting Elizabeth to our next meeting so that, and I think it's important that Linda be involved in that meeting too, because a lot of that information was put together by Linda. And what Jeff has asked us to do is look at all of the questions and pick out the key areas where we have the most concern.
Well, since I'm going to be doing that from here, I want a copy of that, okay?
Yeah, I think Linda can drop that off to you.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to number 4 here now.
Now,
Is Shelley there?
I'm
Shelley?
here.
Yeah, we can hear Shelley now.
Yeah, the phone's back away. I think that's part of the problem.
Okay. So the pending applications, we had the things that were tabled at last month's or last meeting. And the reason I tabled them is I just wanted to make sure, especially with the one for DID, that everything was vetted and that person was qualified to be able to be on that board. Mainly my question was, did he meet the requirements to be on the DID board? As far as having, you either have to have your business located or have a business interest in the DID district or reside in the DID district. And I just wanted to make sure that Lucine feels it's okay. I just wanted to be absolutely sure before we voted on them.
Let me
No
pull
problem.
the application out and see what he has on there.
And there is a current DID board member that Lucine explained to me will be rotating off of DID because he no longer is working in
Business.
the district. That's Mike Zielinski.
Mr. McDougal on his application says that where the question that asks if you own properties or businesses in the city, he lists the Manor at Market Square, 803 Penn.
That would make him eligible then. I know that when we go to vote on it, there'll be one council member that will be voting against it, and it is what it is. You know what I mean, Strat?
Yeah, yeah.
We're not going to have unanimous support, but after, and I told the council member she needed to speak with Lucine directly, okay, about her concerns, because Lucine is our liaison to DID, but I respect Lucine's opinion on this, and so I will be able to support that candidate. I don't know where Johanny stands on it. And I will ask Lucine to speak with Johanny too, because the DID board is recommending that Mr. McDougal be moved ahead. Any questions about any of the other candidates that were on the agenda for last week?
Okay.
So the other
Shelley, are
ones
we-
are okay? Are you then prepared to put these 5 back on for May 11th?
Right, I am now. I think we have to check with Johanny. And what I explained to Johanny is there are other openings on the DID board that we can have other applicants. I know there was a concern about how long he served, but I'm going by what Lucine as our liaison is saying, okay?
Okay.
That's how I'm making my decision.
Shelley, do we have anything set up for next week?
Not next week because you have regular committee of the whole and a business meeting, so it will be the
Okay,
following.
okay.
It will be that Monday.
Who will be our next set of candidates then? Do you have them lined up at all, Shelley?
I haven't confirmed them yet, but I do have somewhere in this giant pile. Somebody for the Animal Control Board, the Shade Tree Commission, and the Charter Board were the 3 that I was hoping to get on the 18th. And I will probably work with Dave Hollinger, who missed the call yesterday, and that Gary Lux for the Stadium Commission. So I'm still trying to work those 2 in as well.
Oh, and
Want to
also,
have 2 meetings that week again, or do you want to do just 1?
how do you feel, Strat? Can you do
Well-
2 meetings?
How many are we gonna have totally?
Well, you have a long list right now, again, trying to catch up from the backlog. So right now you have 6, 7.
I'm okay, Strat, if you are about having 2 meetings every other week.
That's okay.
Okay.
Tuesday?
We just have to check with Johanny to make sure she's okay with that too.
Yeah, so Monday and Tuesday like we did this week?
Yeah, that
Good,
works.
okay.
Unless I run into a work conflict, then I'd have to let you know that.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's it. Is that okay from your end, Shelley?
That's fine. That gives me direction. So yes,
Okay, great. Thank you.
thank you all.
Okay. Meeting is adjourned.
See you
All right.
later. Bye.
Bye-bye.